Good morning. My name is Verica Anandam. Many of y'all know me as Vinny. I'm here to talk to you about an issue that has existed in our society for a long time, but has gained more public acknowledgement only as of 3 years ago. Sexual assault is a serious issue and occurs greatly on college campuses. Sexual assault is not just defined as rape, but also non-consensual sex, as well as inappropriate touching or inappropriate behavior. 68% of sexual assaults are not reported, and that is mainly due to the fact that those that are victims fear whether or not they will have to bear the stigma of having to explain what has occurred. Also, those that have been victims go to someone they confide with, and they don't encourage them to report it. They don't encourage them to fight against it. On September 19, 2014, the White House kicked off an It's On Us pledge. The It's On Us campaign is our stand to speak against sexual assault. Us here at UTD have proudly taken on this pledge, and we want to stand against sexual assault together, because this is not a fight that we can fight alone.
Hello, my name is Elias. I was 11 years old when my mom decided to bring my family to America. With no opportunity to provide for her kids, my mother decided to leave everything behind so my sister and I could have the possibility of a better life. One of the many things I look forward when traveling to America were all the great opportunities and freedom that this beautiful country provides. However, the minute I stepped into this country, my humanity was pegged to a piece of paper I did not have. Many of us leave our homes and sacrifice everything we have to live in America, the land of the free, America, the melting pot, America, a land of immigrants. Unfortunately today, for too many immigrants, this decision has cost their sons, daughters, mothers, or fathers. Our broken immigration system has cost us our lives and our freedom. On November 2008, my freedom was taken away by our very own UTD police. As I drove through campus, I saw the UTD police had turned on their lights, signaling for me to stop, and so I did. I was asked for my driver's license, which at that time I did not have. All of a sudden, they asked me to step out of the car, and I was arrested. 2 days later, I was turned into immigration and custom enforcement, and that is where they told me I was going to be deported. I recalled asking myself, why is this happening to me? I haven't committed a crime. I haven't caused harm to anyone, so why is my freedom being taken away for a simple broken tail light? Immigration reform can no longer wait. There are 12 million people living as second-class citizens, and it is time that we come out of the shadows and live the American dream.
Good morning, I'm Specialist Mike Lee. Hurry up and wait. A phrase every service member would have heard at least once, 1,000 times during their term of service. After September 11, 2001, we hurried into the war in Afghanistan. We hurried into the war in Iraq. And over the next decade, we would adapt and overcome any and every obstacle that lay before us, and we would wait for more. Now, as the wars draw to a close and our nation hurries to draw down on the number of personnel in the military, we face even more obstacles. Over a decade of war has left many of our nation's finest, both physically and mentally, scarred. For almost 22 veterans a day, the pain is so unbearable, they take their own lives to escape it. While I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, I bore witness to many of my fellow soldiers having to wait upwards of months to receive proper medical care. I witnessed those that did wait receive improper medical care, and they would have to go through the entire painstaking process again. What was worse was watching these same soldiers who had sacrificed so much be treated like second-class citizens, not just by their peers, but also by their leadership, because they weren't physically capable anymore. And what waits for some of our nation's finest once they do transition out of the service? a disadvantage in the job market due to a lack of transferable skills, a shortage of affordable homes leading to homelessness, and a broken medical system as recently proven by the Veterans Health Administration scandal just this past year. Whereas America hurried to face the challenges overseas, it waits to take care of the challenges our veterans face at home. This is unacceptable. Our veterans deserve so much better for all they have sacrificed. But despite all this, you can take a soldier out of the Army, but you can't take the soldier out of the man. Just as we hurry to adapt and overcome the challenges we face overseas, I know that together we will hurry to adapt and overcome the challenges we face here at home. Waiting is no longer an option.
My name is Justin Keeling. The challenge of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people, LGBT people, is a challenge of community. Not among itself, but among the community at large. Although marriage equality is becoming a reality, so is the never-ending violence, depression, and suicide within the community. The simple gesture of outreach, or a kind word, or an acknowledgement of acceptance, the feeling of being understood, being cared for, is all that is required to bridge the LGBT community and the community at large. Why should we wait for unification? Why should I be told to wait my turn for inclusion? This wait has lasted far too long. This wait causes far too many to not imagine a world where their two communities may be bridged. A world in which they choose fear of love and fear of detachment from community, often resulting in a permanent solution to an easily solved problem. 18-year-old Tyler Clementi, 15-year-old Shelley Hilliard, and 17-year-old Jay Jones, and hundreds, if not thousands, of others did not see an end to this wait and never will. Why wait to listen? Why wait to care? Why allow these kids to feel so alone for so long? Why not be a friend, an ally?
Good morning. My name is Michael Newsom. In Ferguson, Missouri, a young black man is killed with his hands raised. In Staten Island, New York, a black man dies, gasping and fighting for a breath that never came. In Beaver Creek, Ohio, a black male is senselessly killed for simply holding an airsoft gun that he picked off the store shelf. Michael Brown, Eric Garner, John Crawford, the list continues. With no indictments in any of these cases, these men and their families have been stripped of their deserved justice. Broken hearts and solemn tears fall upon deaf ears. Voices that have been swallowed in the maelstrom of silence. Case after case, a black man has been killed with no just cause. And in the end, no justice was paid for it. No justice. It seems like a lot of grievances for the black community. It's funny that in the 21st century, I still would have to fear for my life. It's unjust that my mother and father have to tell me to be careful on the way to a Burger King for a simple food run. It's a travesty that I'm afraid to get into my own car with my hoodie on because of the possible persecution I may face for the clothes on my back. No human should have to live in a state of constant paranoia that at every moment, that at any moment, their life could be taken by the very people tasked to protect us. So I say, when do we take the time to stand and say that we will no longer stand for these injustices? When do we take the time to vote for officials that will put into place laws to protect us? When do we say that it's time for people to stop deciding our fate and let us write our own story? When is it time for us to say that enough is enough and that the time for change is now? So who among us will issue the call to stand? In the Birmingham letter, it is said and quoted by Dr. King, "Justice delayed is justice denied." So I'm sorry to tell you that the time for waiting is over. The time for complacency and apprehensiveness has ceased. So we must move forward constructively and demand for an equal justice system. The time has come. We are the driving force against oppression. So we must shoulder the load and charge head on into the battle. So whether that may be voting, marching, protesting, or as simply as doing the best that you can in whatever area of life that you are in, it is on all of us to shock the world and make it the best place for all of humanity to exist. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Samira. I can't wait to be treated equally with respect and dignity. I can't wait to be paid equally for the same job and for the same skills that I have. I can't wait to be judged, not to be judged by the way I dress. Just last week, I was in Garland, going to an Islamic conference. I've never seen so much hate against me. I've never been called so much names because of the religion that I believe in. I am Muslim, and I am American. I love this country. I love to be American, and I love Islam as well. I came to this country from Somalia, from the worst countries in the world. I came here for freedom of religion, equally, for the rights I never had in Somalia. Right now, as we sit, there's violence against women. I can't wait for violence against women to stop. We women are your mothers, your sisters. We cannot wait anymore. I want change right now. Today, I want equal pay, I want to be respected, and I want Islamophobia to end. I am the face of America, and so is my children. Thank you.